What we in America are going through presently is not about good versus evil. It's not about right versus left. It's not about the poor versus the rich. It's quite simply about control, about hate versus love, and about cruelty versus empathy. I was raised in a manifest destiny, faith healing, Christian based church, period. I see what is coming because I have lived what is coming. I have held infants in my arms as a mere child myself who drew their last breath and died while the adults were playing cards and pinochle. And I was told they died because I didn't have enough faith. Because I didn't have enough faith to let Jesus and God come through my body and heal the baby in my arms. As a young adult and as a child, I've carried many family members as a pallbearer to their hole in the ground. I graduated high school living in my car, working two jobs because I had been disowned. I was without a family. I had no one. I had nothing. And because I had been taught that everybody outside of the faith, everybody outside of the church and family were far worse. They were tools of the devil that were there to take me off my godly path, off my manifest destiny. So I was afraid of everything. My family and my church taught me something important. They taught me who I do not want to be. And I survived. I'm not thriving, but I have survived. I am thankful for my teachers at Whittier Elementary, at Hillside Junior High, at Capitol High, who took an interest in me and showed me that there are safe places outside, that there are people who care for the betterment of all for a greater good and for you and me. I'm grateful for the librarians at Whittier Elementary who introduced me to some great American authors such as Steinbeck, such as London, and so many others that taught me the power of story, that opened my mind to what can be, who we can be, and what we can create, and that we are not alone. I'm thankful to the elementary cooks who would let me come back and help serve others, and by doing so, earn my own meals as well as snacks. These lessons learned shaped me into the person I am today. The person who goes and feeds our homeless every weekend, where I do not see these Christian nationalists. The person who helps others feel that they're not alone. The person who shows them that there is light. The person that shows them they can stand for themselves. I spent years trying to change, fighting and lobbying to change 4 specific statutes Idaho has that allows and protects Christians from murder by prayer. You know, just the faith healing and killing of children and adults. They are protected when nobody else is. This stuff is coming and will only be more pervasive. I really fought those laws because I knew the reality of what they mean, what they cost, and the danger it puts others into. I stopped doing that when I met my now wife, Tiffany, who had 2 children that became part of my family. Now, I have received death threats. We're not talking just passing comments, a text, an email, or something like that. No, I have received actual horror movie cliche cut out of magazines and newsprint, glued onto letters, mailed to my house. Death threats. And I have gotten these from across America as well as nation, as well as international, as I have been on Anderson Cooper 360. I've been in the Guardian UK. I've been interviewed in magazines and newsprints. I mean, even in China and Russia, I have just put myself out there and became a face of change and salvation from the evils that are Christian nationalism. And because of that, I had to step away for the safety of my family. And I am told that I need to be silent, that I have no value or worth because I don't believe this way. I have been invited to committees to speak and been told by legislators, by congressmen, by senators in these special committees to be silent and to shut up. I have actually had them tell me, shut up, because I don't fit their agenda. I have been told that my words and that I have no value because I go against the background of Christian fundamentalists in Idaho. I have been told that my freedom from religion is not as important as freedom of religion, while they are one and the same. That those who have been harmed, that those who have been suffered, that those who have been oppressed in the name of religion do not have a freedom from that religion. That freedom only protects, that the freedom of religion only protects those that believe. But here's the thing. That very same strength of conviction that was pounded into me from childhood, the very same fire that was meant to keep me under their thumb and in line, has made me something entirely different. It has made me the kind of person who stands for those without a voice, the kind of person who lets others who don't realize they're not alone know they're not alone, that there's somebody they can reach out to. I have had thousands of people reach out to me, thanking me for letting them know that there is a safe place where they can be them. And the kind of person who faces the others and says, no, we will not back down. I have lost thousands of dollars in reoccurring revenue during the first Trump administration. I know that we will continue to, because we will not shut up. We will not be oppressed. We will not be silent. We will continue to dissent and to stand with those that cannot stand for themselves. And because of that, we have already lost thousands of dollars in reoccurring revenues just since the inauguration. But I know full well that standing strong in our convictions and fostering an uplifting support within our community is what we need to do. It is not about the money. It is not about our losses. It is quite simple. We need to stand up for humanity. We will not back down. We will not be silent. This is the time. This is the place, because if we do not, we will not exist.